Deruvians, hop in your TARDISes. You're listening to another episode of Doctor, huh? Is the Doctor the monster, or is she the Doctor?
Yeah.
Really makes you think.
Yeah. Thank you. I had nothing.
You did it, yeah. That's pretty good, right? I just came up with that right now.
Yeah, we're
you know
all
what
thinking
I did?
it.
Yeah. I'm Jordan, and I'm sleepwalking Hongshu.
I'm Sam. They call me Dr. Cyberman. Everyone actually thinks that Cyberman is the name of the robot that I built, but
it's a common misconception. Cyberman is actually the name of the Doctor.
Yeah.
Wait, the name of the Doctor?
Name of the Doctor.
Whoa!
It was Cyberman the whole time.
This week we were watching Series 12, Episode 8, The Haunting of Villa Diodati!
Ah!
Written by Maxine Alderton and directed by Emma Sullivan. Did you like it?
So, I was very open about this on Discord. I did not want to watch Doctor Who.
That's
even
a shame.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I had no interest in sitting down to watch Doctor Who.
Yeah?
That feeling did not change at any point during the viewing experience.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question. Can you tell me if you liked the episode or not?
I can't tell you if I liked the episode because all I know is that I didn't like watching the episode.
Can you try your very best to formulate an opinion for the interest of our media, our media analysis podcast? That's what we're doing,
here's the thing.
right?
I'm hoping that I'll discover an opinion as we go. I think that I would like it if I was at all in the mood to watch Doctor Who.
I thought this episode. I'm sorry. I know every once in a while we'll post an episode. We'll put, hey, we're watching the Villa of Skibbity Bibbity, and then people are like, ooh, they're watching it. I wonder what they're gonna feel about it. This episode is so stupid. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it at all. I mean, it was like fine, but my problem was like this episode's about Frankenstein. This episode's about like the writing of Frankenstein.
No, it's not. No,
I mean,
it's not.
Sorry,
It's not. You know what this episode is about?
It's about what's it about?
Lord Byron's penis.
It's about Lord Byron being a real piece of shit. It's like
where
about
will it go? What will it touch?
It's about the like story of all the famous writers that you all know and love from whatever era of literature that is. I'm sorry, I don't read these kinds of books. I read
whatever era. Literally, the episode opens with June 1816.
Is that Victorian? Is that Victorian, or is that like Regency?
I
don't
believe
know.
This is considered Gothic literature.
Gothic literature, Gothlit. I thought Gothlit.
I haven't read any
like,
of this shit. I don't have time to read books. I have to watch this garbage.
Yeah, I put down. I was eyeballing my copy of Frankenstein, thinking maybe this is finally time to read. I've never read it.
Maybe I'll find out about those two men, Frankenstein.
Maybe I'll figure out who the real monster was all along. And then I had to sit down and watch this. And can I be honest? The whole like setting of like it's at the villa of the writing of Frankenstein. It felt like there was no reason for them to be there for the actual thing that happened in the episode. Like it could have been set anywhere. And B, it felt kind of like it took away from. This is the thing I'm really getting sick of in Doctor Who is when they say that creativity doesn't exist. Yeah, when creativity doesn't exist because, like...
Writers, historical writers, artists, whatever, they're actually just depicting the things that they saw when Doctor Who showed up.
Also, I'm pretty sure we know what inspired Frankenstein. I'm pretty sure it was, like... It was Mary Shelley was, like, watching an anatomical demonstration where they were, like, making bodies move with electricity, and that's where the idea for Frankenstein came from, and we, like, know that. Like, it's on the record. I think that's right. That might be apocryphal. If it is, don't at me, because I like that story.
We already looked it up, and it's not true. Don't at us. I mean, if we're going to talk about things that are apocryphal, we might as well talk about the part where the Doctor showed up.
That happened in real life.
I think that probably didn't
happen.
Didn't
you read the story? Didn't you read the poem where Lord Byron said, like, she's so epic, she's so cool?
I've never read anything written by Lord Byron. I've never read anything written by Percy Bysshe Shelley. I've never written anything by Mary Shelley, formerly Mary Godwin. That's who's in this episode.
You don't know.
I've never read anything by Dr. Polybori. I've never read anything by the sister. I've never read anything by that baby. I've never read anything by the Doctor. I've never read anything by a Cyberman. I don't care about any of this.
You don't read. You don't know.
I don't know how to read.
You don't know that Lord Byron hasn't written a poem about the Doctor from Doctor Who because you haven't read any of them.
Are you sure?
All I know is that you don't know.
True.
Lake Geneva. June 1816. A bunch of brilliant humans are in the Villa of Diodati. We're just kind of doing Je suis jeudi a little bit early.
So here's what's going on. This is a thing for anyone who doesn't know, me. This is a thing that happened, is that Lord Byron or whoever had like a mansion that he rented. Everyone came and hung out for a few days. They got reined in, so they just made up spooky stories. One of them became Frankenstein. One of them became a vampire.
One of them became Frankenstein after the doctor showed up and a bunch of scary things happened. So that's true. The
doctor and friends are taking a field trip. They want to see the day when someone wrote a book, because I think there's probably nothing more exciting than watching someone write.
Why didn't they do the thing with the body and the electricity, and then the body would have started walking around and it would have been so scary, and that would have been kind of fun, and that would have taught you something about history instead of taking the creativity away from an auther, a woman author, in the time that women didn't write a lot of books.
You're saying why not show us the zapping of a corpse that I've never heard happened, but maybe happened.
I'm gonna look it up.
I cannot sign off on this because I've never heard it before, so I don't know if it's true. Mm-hmm. This, though, I have heard it. I saw it yesterday when I watched the episode, so I know it's true.
Yeah, that's true.
John Polidori.
Uh-huh.
Claire Claremont.
Which one is Claire Claremont? Was she the one that she liked Lord Byron's penis until the end of it?
Yeah, I will say, Mary Shelley and Claire Claremont in this episode look exactly the same.
Yeah.
I had a hard time keeping up with which one of them was which.
Yeah. One of them had a baby. There was a baby there too, and their butler and their maid.
Oh yeah, Fletcher, he was Lord Byron's valet IRL. There was also a maid who probably didn't exist. Anyway, there's a lot of this episode where they're just like reading Lord Byron. So we'll skip over that. The doctor arrives with everyone. It's Ryan, Graham, and Yaz, Team TARDIS. They're here. And let's see. Let me skip ahead to the first thing that I do want to talk about. So next time on Doctor Who, there is the Cyber Wars.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, at the end of the episode. I'm trying to figure out if this story I'm telling is a fucking lie or not. I had a college professor tell me about that when we were talking about bioelectricity. I love giving misinformation to my listeners. I think it's true. It was definitely based on a contemporary idea at the time. Anyway,
okay, we don't know if it happened, but what we do know is true is that you think it happened.
I definitely think it happened, and the doctor definitely showed up there. And one thing we can all agree on is that Mary Shelley did not come up with the idea herself. She was not a very creative woman.
No, that is the plot of the episode. And this episode, written and directed by women, makes you think.
It really makes you think. You know what else makes me think is I spent the entire episode confused. For many reasons, like I was confused why there was scary, but I was also really confused why Lord Byron was being horny at women, because I thought he was famously gay, and then I remembered I was thinking of a different guy. I was thinking of Oscar Wilde. Oops.
Yeah, there are a lot of
guys in the world
throughout history. So Yaz exposits to everyone that this is when Mary Shelley was inspired to write Frankenstein. They are upset though because the writers aren't writing. Something's not right here.
That's what I said when I was watching this episode. They gotta tighten this shit up.
There's a scene here where everyone dances and they all gossip, which basically means that they're just telling the audience like, I'm Lord Byron, I'm horny for women, I'm Claire Claremont, I'm horny for Byron. Yeah, they all talk about their relationships, but there's an important notable thing here, which is that Percy Bysshe Shelley, Percy Bitch Shelley, it's hard to say, is not here. He's supposed to be here. Where is he? We'll find out later. The doctor she's not enjoying this. She's like, why is everyone dancing and gossiping when they should be writing stories and we can watch them write?
You didn't talk about the part where they all dance the quadrille together. Very important for the ending of the episode.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it. Have you read Frankenstein?
I think I've already said multiple times in this episode that I haven't, but
have you though?
I haven't read Frankenstein.
Listeners, write in and let us know if you would describe Frankenstein or the modern Prometheus as the most gruesome, spine-chilling ghost story of all time.
Yeah, it didn't really cross my mind. I mean, I'm sure it's a great book. I'm sure it is.
I've heard it's good.
I don't think it's about ghosts. I thought it was about like a guy with bolts
I've heard
in his neck.
It's sad more than it's gruesome.
And it's, I don't think it's a ghost story. I mean, maybe there's a ghost, maybe also at the end
maybe it was
like
ghost written by a Cyberman. Maybe that's what she means.
What is it about Cybermen? Sorry to skip to near the end of the episode. What is it about Cybermen and ghost-like tendencies? Why does this keep happening? Why is it like ghosts it's either
they're
a
going
lady...
like, ooh.
It's because they have
I am a ghost.
I hope that this keeps happening every time. There's the one time it was a time-traveling woman and a crooked man that we love.
We're skipping so far ahead. I couldn't believe
they pulled this shit twice.
I mean, Hyde was 7 years ago on the show at this point, but the part where they're like, it's not a ghost, it's a time traveler.
It's a time traveler, Doctor. He's popping out of me backpack. So, yeah.
This is important for later, is that the nanny, who we will find out is named Elise, I don't know why I told you that, she puts the baby down to bed in the crib, and then a vase flies across the hallway and smashes against the wall. That'll come up later. She's scared.
Ghosts in the backpack.
So Graham goes to look for the bathroom, and he crosses paths with the nanny. She runs away scared in French, and he can't understand her because she's scared in French. And he walks around a corner, and then a painting falls off of the wall, and what I thought was a spider crawls out of it, but it's actually a skeleton hand.
It's a little creepy skeleton hand. It was probably my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah, I like the skeleton hand. More skeleton hands!
Yeah, and then we begin the sort of main conflict of the episode, which is Graham is trying to find
the bathroom.
Yeah, and there's a scary woman. There's a scary ghost woman. I can't remember
He's playing PT. He's walking down a hallway, turning a corner, and finding himself back in the same hallway, and sometimes there's a scary woman staring at us.
Do we learn who the scary woman was? Was that just, perception filter?
No, you don't remember the punchline of the episode?
I don't remember it exactly.
Okay, listeners, skip to the end of the episode.
Oh, yeah. There is a funny punchline. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
There's also a spooky little girl.
Yeah, because of course there is. And then we failed the Bechdel test really quickly, where Yaz and Claire talk about a man for a little while. But then Yaz talks about, then there's a little subversion of expectations, cause instead of talking about her feelings for her crush on a man, Yaz talks about her feelings on a crush for a woman, and about how the doctor is, an annoying person to have a crush on, cause she's so enigmatic.
Yeah. Claire, by the way, is trying to, pick the lock into Byron's bedroom to look for, Dear Diary, I have a crush on Claire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some stuff here that's Claire's but would you trade enigmatic and erratic for reliable and dull? And Yas is I suppose the doctor really is Lord Byron, now that you mention it.
And then they get attacked by a scary hand. No, not yet. The hand is there, though.
Yeah. The doctor is scanning things. She loves to do it. And then Byron approaches and starts hitting on her.
There's a little running bit in this episode that they call her Mrs. Doctor. That's important.
That's awesome. Ryan is playing chopsticks.
Okay, I have to fucking scold Ryan. Ryan gets, we don't have a medal of shame. How we give the doctor, we take away our medical record or whatever. Ryan is the kind of guy that sees a piano, sits down in a room full of people and starts playing chopsticks. Fuck you, Ryan. Don't do that. That's annoying.
No, that's good characterization. I like it.
I love it. I love that Ryan's
This is
annoying.
The best scene in the episode, but I do think there's a missed opportunity, because what happens here is he's playing chopsticks badly, while Mary Godwin at this point is cheering him on and saying,
"What a jaunty!
Is it ever so popular in the colonies?" What a jaunty! Here's what this scene should have been: is that she would be like, "Oh, what is that dreadful racket?" And then he would go like this. He would be like, maybe you're not ready, but your kids are going to love it.
Yeah. Hey, it's me, John Chopsticks, your brother. He just sits down. It's like the worst song you can sit down and play on a piano. And Ryan
but
is
for a lot of people, it's the only song you can sit down. He's like, check this out. I wrote it myself. Dun, 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 dun.
It's called Rush E. It's really popular on TikTok.
Let me tell you about something called Black MIDI.
It's called the Hungarian Death Waltz. It is. And then he says...
So Ryan plays Through the Fire and Flames on Expert.
And then he talks about, his nan, his gran, his nana, his mima, and how, like, she, like, was teaching him how to play piano. And let me be honest, folks, she did a really bad job if this is all he's got. What if he can play piano better, he just chooses not to?
Look, I don't want to bully Ryan's grandma, who, by the way,
died.
Is anti-racist. So
and was killed and is dead because Tim Shaw got her.
I still
or will get
hope
her,
that's
or
true.
may get her.
I want to see that sticky alien kill Ryan's grandma.
We'll have one day gotten her.
There's a little chat here where Ryan is like, my grandma always supported me even when I was bad at playing piano, and Mary's like,
which I make
my
your problem,
parents
by the
are way too good. I'll never be able to achieve like they did.
No one will ever read my writing.
Keep at it.
You got this, Mary Shelley. Right,
of course, as we will find out, she actually didn't have any talent. She merely wrote what happened. The really funny, like, punchline to our joke version of this is that she saw a completely unrelated spooky event that is
0.0001% Frankenstein. Like, so not Frankenstein that I can't believe the writers tried to make us make this connection. And then she went, robot? I love that we don't even care about the reveal here.
There's a part where she literally looks at a Cyberman and says, it's almost like a modern Prometheus.
Yeah, I know!
When you think about it.
Made me so bad. And then also Dr. Polidori is in the room with them, who is angry that Ryan is being annoying on the piano. And then Mary explains...
Polidori, by the way, speaking of how Mary looks exactly like what's-her-name in this episode, I thought that Polidori and Byron looked exactly the same, and I couldn't tell them apart for most of the episode.
I think you might just have face blindness. It's okay.
I've been told that.
Yeah. If one of them
I still think it's the episode's fault, though.
If one of them was wearing a hat, that would have
I think that Polidori should be wearing some kind of doctorly hat.
But if Polidori took the hat off...
Like a plague doctor mask, so I know he's a doctor.
If Polidori took the hat off, you'd forget who he was.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and then we find out that Polidori has the most popular affliction of the 1800s. Everybody back then was sleepwalking. I know this is like a thing that happens to people, but I just love how often it comes up in like 19th
I assumed
century.
that this was a real thing about him.
He would sleepwalk through walls.
Yes. And then he fought a Cyberman.
Oh, and then we find out we're back with Doctor and Lord Byron, and then he's like, You're here to steal my third canto.
Yeah, and I will say, I didn't like this, but it is a classic Doctorism.
Oh, name dropping.
She was earlier being like, remember the rules of time travel, we can't let on what we know. And now because she sees an opportunity to name drop, she's like, I think the third canto goes on a little bit long, but I like the part about your daughter Ada. She's going to be a brilliant writer herself. And he's like, what the fuck?
How old do you think Lord Byron's daughter was at the time?
Don't.
Is she's not talking about, your daughter's going to be the most brilliant computer programmer, the first woman computer programmer. Kids, look it up in the books.
No, I don't think that Lord Byron's daughter was a computer programmer.
Do you not know who Ada Lovelace is?
Oh.
Get ready to learn.
No, I don't. Wait, so you're just going off the fact they have the same first name?
No!
What's happening here?
Are you serious? Ada Lovelace was she was like a mathematician, and she created like... She worked on what was basically this, like, hypothetical computer. It was never, like, actually built. But she, like, worked on it. So she's considered to be sort of the first computer programmer.
Okay, you know what? I've heard the name Ada Lovelace associated with computers. I did not think that she was from the 1800s.
She gets an honorary certificate of brilliance from the doctor. And I do like that the doctor chose to bring her up to her dad, who probably, I would assume, she is not an adult right now, seeing as how Lord Byron is very young.
No, she is 1 year old.
I know you're 1 year old baby, and she's really cool.
Actually, about 7 months at this point.
Oh, and then the doctor says that she's getting an unrelentingly evil vibe from the house, and then I thought there was going to be a joke about this later, that Lord Byron writes a poem and he uses the word vibe in it, or they go back to the present and, like, the word vibe is in a book. Dr. Frankenvibe or something like that, but that never comes up.
I've heard that Dr. Frankenvibes is making the rounds on Book Talk.
Okay, we're back with Graham, who's in the parlor.
He's pissing and shitting himself at this point. He couldn't find it.
He's so scared. And then Ryan tells Polidori to go to sleep, and Polidori gets so angry that he comedy challenges him to a duel. And,
I will say, Ryan was being a real dickhead when Polidori was, like, on edge, and Ryan knows that he's a sleepwalker and has had trouble sleeping, and Ryan's like, have you ever thought about taking a nap? Polidori's like, thank you. Great. Very helpful.
I do love these episodes because I do love our Ryan voice. Whenever I watch it, I'm like, yeah, that's not that far off, is it?
It's not.
It's
not. That's how they talk.
So he's talking about his backpack, too.
Where is that? Is that Liverpool?
Oh!
Where's that accent from?
Aren't they from the north? They're from Sheffield, aren't they? They're all from Sheffield.
I don't know regional accents. I just know how to do a bad Yakko Warner impression.
By the way, speaking of this episode, did you notice?
No, that's Wacko. I'm so sorry.
You're the Wacko. Did you notice they were all wearing backpacks in this episode?
Shut the fuck up. There were no backpacks.
They had water bottles and backpacks.
I hid the baby in my backpack.
Keep the baby safe by holding him in my backpack.
So, Fletcher tells Graham to take a shit.
Polidori literally leaves the room to get a gun to shoot Ryan with, and then a skeleton pops out.
A skeleton does pop out, just the hand though. Really, really evoking the hit episode Rose, as a hand starts choking Ryan and they pull it off and throw it. Fletcher, like, smashes it to dust with a tray. The doctor starts eating bone dust and says that it's 15th century bone dust because it's more umami than 14th century. There's a lot of things that are happening that are really good.
If the 11th Doctor is the sniffer, is she the taster? She has her own.
She's the taster. She has
her own superpower that has been so perplexing to me.
She does it when she touches heads.
Yeah, she's a head toucher.
She fucking Vulcan mind melds with people.
She's always
we saw it in Village of the
Angels,
and we see it again here.
It's this. Did the Doctor ever do this before she does it, or is this her own?
I don't think I've ever seen another Doctor do it.
I've never seen Peter Capaldi or like Leela. I'm going to mind meld with you.
Oh no, there's nothing here.
It's static. Okay, so she figures out. Well, Byron explains that he's got a literal skeleton in his closet because
Byron explains that he has an erection.
He's got his bones. And I think they might also talk about the legacy of colonialism or something.
Yeah, there's some British jokes for British people here where they're like, I don't think they're from the colonies. And one of them says, no, she's from somewhere much, much stranger. And then someone else says, the North.
Oh, the North. North.
The king in the North. So British people will like that, unless they're from the North, maybe. So yeah, Byron,
they all go to look at Byron's bones.
They go to look at Byron's bones while Graham stays to watch Polidori.
So I guess this is his house. No, he rented this house. So he brought this with him?
Yes, he rented this house. Like the best Airbnb guests, he rented the place and then brought a skeleton into it.
And he brought his war relics.
They are not going to be allowed to stay here again because there's also a room that has writing all over the walls that they did.
They're not getting a good review from their host. I don't remember how that app works. And then
the hosting of Villa Diodati.
Ooh. It's about cleaning up after these people. I think the Doctor puts on a funny helmet at some point.
Yeah, she's like, it's got a plume. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's the only way we can derive joy.
I'm really sorry. But yeah, she puts on a helmet with a plume and she talks about how she likes it, and that's
she makes
fine.
A little joke about, oh, we're really gonna need this. It's definitely not because I like it. Hee hee.
Anyway, the skeleton. If anyone cares why Lord Byron has a skeleton, it's because he's weird. There's a skeleton.
Oh, and then
it's got missing hands.
Yaz asks one of the two identical women, probably the one that's married to Percy Bysshe Shelley, the famous poet, what he's been up to. Right, they're dating each other. And apparently, he's been having, like, visions and apparitions, and there's, like, a burned body, or a dead body, and there's a lake, and he's just kind of walking around, and he goes off and he writes, and he's not really in this episode because they couldn't afford to hire Percy Bysshe Shelley. That's my joke.
Nice!
And then, Graham is watching a man sleep. The most exciting thing a person can do is sit in a room, and he's in his fucking Cinco sleepwatching chair.
He's in a Cinco sleepwatching chair. I don't want to just say that it's funny when people speak in a regional dialect, but it is funny when the fucking creepy maid and child are like staring at him standing next to the wall with their arms perfectly at their sides creepily. And he's like, whoo! And he sees that there's like a tray of food that appeared out of nowhere on the table next to him. And he's like, oh, cheers, you're absolute belters.
I love Graham. I love Graham so much.
You fucking legends.
Absolute legend. So, and then more, Yaz and Mary nay Shelley, and Ryan get lost in the stairs again. Whoa!
Yeah, they're going down the stairs, and then they're at the top of the stairs. Meanwhile, the doctor is
talking about that vibe again.
Claire and Byron, and she says, I need to get outside because this vibe is messing with my head. They go out the door, and they're back in the same room.
They're stuck in the house. It's like that video game.
There's like a flash of light. Luigi's Mansion. There's a flash of lightning, and Ryan, Yaz, and Mary see what looks like a very brief flickering silhouette of a pleading man. That'll come up later. They hear the baby crying. If we didn't say before, this is Mary's son, William. So they're like, we got to get to William. The nanny, Elise, runs into the nursery and locks the windows. Then she sees Dr. Manhattan fucking blowing up the lake.
And she says, Mon Dieu, I'm French.
It's literally, the way that this happens is fucking Dr. Manhattan, where he appears, he's glowing blue and hovering, and he's going, ah! And then he disappears, and then he appears in another room, and he's a little bit more manifested, and he's glowing, he's blue, he's hovering, and he goes, ah!
He's glowing, he's blue, he's hovering, he's going, ah! All the ingredients needed to make one Dr. Manhattan. It's my favorite cocktail.
Famous penis.
And his famous penis is out, and we see it in this episode, too. And then Lord Byron is continuing to be annoying because he's so confused about why he's in a ghost house.
Who else is being an annoying little jerk?
Me!
Is Polidori, who stands up and sleepwalks through a wall.
He was asleep, but what an asshole,
Grow
seriously. He's fucking ignoring the laws of physics, idiot.
There's important shit happening here. Someone's writing Frankenstein.
What if this had nothing to do with the episode and it was just his superpower?
You know what's funny about this? Now, I've never heard of Polidori before. Me neither. Apparently, he
wrote the Bible.
Mary Godwin wrote Frankenstein inspired by some of the stuff that they talked about.
Or possibly a story I made up.
Polidori, he apparently wrote what was like a foundational work of vampire fiction.
He wrote
called
Dracula.
The Vampire.
He wrote Dracula.
Not
famously.
Dracula.
He definitely wrote Dracula.
And he wrote it inspired by this same couple of days in the villa. And I just love that there's no focus on that at all, because it's not as, modern famous and nobody gives a shit.
I also like that it, has nothing to do... I mean, neither does Frankenstein have anything to do with the plot of this episode, which is more a ghost happenings and the robot shows up. But this has even less to do with that, because he's not, some kind of modern-day Dracula.
Well, unlike Mary, he's creative.
Yeah, he used his own ideas to write a story.
Regroup at the end when everything's resolved, and she's like, that stuff with the robot gave me an idea for a story. And he's like, I just got inspired by my own creativity. I don't know what's wrong with you. I guess you're incapable of thinking of things you haven't seen.
Uh-huh. Oh, and then Polidori walks through the wall into the room with the doctor and Lord Byron and Claire, who's also here. And then Lord Byron, oh my god, it's so funny. He uses Claire as a human shield. A meat shield.
Okay, I do need to take issue with something the doctor says here before Polidori walks into the room, is that they keep running in and out of the room. And I was enjoying to picture if the camera pulled back a little, that we would get to see Jodie Whittaker just running on and off the set. But anyway, she's like, the room connects back to itself. This is impossible. And I was like, you are the fucking doctor from Doctor Who.
I know.
Come on.
It's almost like some kind of girl who's impossible. That was like the worst Jodie yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's almost like some kind of...
It started sort of turning into...
You brilliant humans!
You brilliant humans. I would like one Diet Coke, please.
Byron says that it's like they're trapped in a dream, and the doctor like files that away like it's insightful and relevant, and it's not really.
And then she says, she's like, and she puts her hand through the wall and she says, perception filter. Okay. And
then, we've heard of these before. I can't remember when, but I know this has come up.
And then she says basically, don't trust your eyes. You're seeing what you want to see. So they all just kind of like imagine. Oh yeah,
her brain blast is that Polidori is able to walk through the walls because he's not perceiving anything for the perception filter to lie about. Jesus. So there was no wall there. That's how he walked through it.
Yeah. So they're sort of slowly uncovering the secret of the house. And then this scene is really funny where Mary walks into the room with the baby in the crib, and inside the crib is a skeleton, but not a baby skeleton. But not a baby skeleton.
Aren't that?
Not a baby skeleton. It's a full size adult skeleton with like the hand in its eyes. Oh my god.
I thought it was just a skull and a hand.
It was a skull and a hand, which is not what babies are, I'm pretty sure.
They do have them usually.
That's not usually all they are.
There's so much more to a baby than a skull and a hand. I've always said this. A soul.
It's a skull, a hand, and a soul. That's all there is.
I do want to say, you might not realize that we are like so far into the episode because we've skipped over a whole lot of bullshit that doesn't matter. I was like
waiting for the episode.
I'm in this room. Yeah. Now I'm in it again.
I was like waiting for the episode plot to actually like start. And then by the time it started, it felt like it spent the rest of the episode explaining itself. Like making sure the viewer understood how clever it was. And then the episode was over.
Ding. And I will say, I think that the spooky premise is like well done. I think I just didn't want any of it.
The last time I sat down to watch Doctor Who, it was a spooky episode. It was one of the new episodes. It was one of the best episodes of the show I ever seen. So going from that to this was like, I didn't like it. I didn't think it was I didn't appreciate it, even though they worked really hard on it.
I probably wouldn't have liked it even if I had watched the new one because I just wasn't feeling it.
You weren't in the mood.
I wasn't in the mood. There's not really anything we could do about it. I had to watch it last night, so I did. Normally, you know, I find that inspiration in me, and I say, you know what, I'm gonna get something out of this, but I just couldn't do it.
You just couldn't be bothered.
I couldn't be bothered. We took a little break from recording, and I didn't want to come back, and I don't want to be doing this right now.
You don't want to do this podcast anymore.
That's not true. I still like the podcast. I just don't give a shit about this show. Anyway, sometimes it's good.
So They try to go outside at some point.
Oh, I did want to say, I thought it was really disappointing because I thought they had something. And there's a lot of stuff here. Again, if I was in the mood, I think there's a lot of stuff here that works. And I thought they had something when the doctor was like, it's a perception filter. You have to close your eyes. So they start like closing their eyes and like reaching in the dark for whatever. And they're like, it's a door. And they like fumble for the handle and they turn the door. They open the door. And I'm like, oh, that's like kind of cool. And then they just completely move on. It's like, well, now we know.
Yeah, the house is never a problem again. They're just in the house. And then
the doctor, I was like, that's so disappointing.
The doctor, I think, wants to go outside to get her TARDIS so that she can leave. And then she runs into an invisible wall.
Yes,
like in a video
so
game.
she finds the exit, the door that they entered through in the first place, and she's like, haha, I can leave, but there's like a force field also.
This part is so crazy when the episode just like briefly tries to explain away a global event that we know the cause of.
Yeah, does that
like
happen here?
Yes, where she's like... She's like, oh, I know... This was 1816, the year without a summer, because Krakatoa erupted and it covered the earth in ash or the
was
sky.
Was it Krakatoa?
I think it was Krakatoa. It might have been a different one.
It was some volcano.
Some big volcano erupted. And then it was the year without a summer, and everyone thought it was a
volcano. But what if it was actually because of a ghost or a goblin?
Because of some kind of goblin, and I still don't understand how that affected the whole world's weather, but apparently it did.
But like when again, we're spoiling that it's a Cyberman. When the Cyberman leaves, the fucking sky clears.
So I guess maybe the doctor was wrong.
No, it's the Siberium.
Oh.
We'll get into it. So
maybe
I also
this
like
happened,
again
maybe this
the
happened.
moment that they figure out that it's a perception filter. It just like cuts to them
stops.
all. Also, we didn't mention the part where like all the lights and the candles go out at once. But then once they figure out it's a perception filter, they're all just back in the parlor together, and all the lights are back on.
It's like Luigi's Mansion. They took the ghost out, and it's fine now.
Nice.
So yeah, I guess that this is the doctor says it's like a panic room. Like the house is like trying to
whatever.
And then they see a glowing man outside.
Yeah, and this is the part where the doctor looks out the window and they see the glowing man over the lake, like in Percy's vision that we heard about earlier. And she like, says, it was never a vision. It's a traveler moving through time, which is exactly
again
what happened in Hyde.
It's again. And then it's a Cyberman! But it's a weird...
Yes, a fucking Cyberman appears in the hallway and says, "Are you the Guardian?"
Okay, I'm gonna complain about this design of this Cyberman
Yeah,
for a
you
second.
do that, and then I'll talk about something that happens.
Okay, so, like, I mean, I guess I don't know the deep Cyberman lore. But it really seems... So this was, like, a half-formed... like incomplete cyber, it was sort of a Quasimodo of Cybermen. I don't know why I said half-formed. I don't know why I said those specific words. But it's like an incomplete Cyberman, so he's got his like face sticking out of the armor, like the armor is like broken at the face. And I don't know, maybe there's like a previous special in like the black and white era that I haven't seen, I'm so sorry, that's like they just put the suit around you. But when in the Davies era, they're like sawing you, they're like ripping you out of your body, and like they're just sticking everything in there. I didn't think it was just they put a robot suit on you and then you're just in there. I thought it was like they like rip your whole shit out and put the organs in and then you're in the body.
This is RoboCop, basically.
This is RoboCop. He's a guy in a suit, and I didn't realize that. I guess that's what they are, and that's what they always have.
When I saw the Cyberman, I was briefly excited, but then I didn't like what the Cyberman was.
And then the Cyberman,
I want to talk about
yeah.
what is said here, because Yaz says, this is just like Jack's warning. Now, I want to put a pin in that.
This is just like Hyde. Oh yeah, I was very curious about Jack.
There's no way that's Jack Harkness, surely.
No, it can't be. But
I refuse to believe that Jack Harkness is still appearing in this era of Doctor Who.
God, that'd be so funny.
She's like, this is just like Jack's warning. Beware the lone Cyberman. Now, this is a writing technique known as the Chibnall inversion. The only thing scarier than a billion Cybermen is a trillion Cybermen. And the only thing scarier than a trillion Cybermen is one Cyberman.
I'm inclined to agree, except when the Cyberman shows up, have him not just be like they're just expositing at each other for the rest of the time that the Cyberman is there.
They managed to like lock the Cyberman out by closing the door.
He's like, oh, here's another part. This part was so weird.
Damn it, I hate doors.
Because Mary is like, what is this thing? And then the doctor says something so strange. I thought this line was so weird. When she says, it's someone who's been altered. Their organs and flesh surgically replaced with mechanical parts without consent. And I don't know why that, like, without consent line was like, I mean, I guess the doctor is like, well, if you liked it, if you wanted it to happen. Like that one guy in the episode who's like, I want to become a Cyberman. Is that okay for her?
And Mary hears all that and goes, say.
Yeah.
Now
like,
there's an
idea. It was just such a strange addition of like, and also they don't want it.
In a mean way.
Derogatory.
So the Cyberman is just like, I can't get this fucking door open. I give up. And he hears Fletcher calling for Lord Byron and goes looking for him instead. He mentioned, "Are you the Guardian?" He's looking for something. Someone is guarding it. We don't know what it is yet. It's Cyberium. Who cares?
I think Cyberium sounds like a little too much like the word Siberia. And
the doctor,
they should rewrite the whole episode and fix that. Sorry.
Oh, the doctor says that this is too risky for them to come with her because they could all become Cybermen too, and she refuses to lose anyone else to that. Mm-hmm. Now, this is either a reference to alternate universe Jackie, or one of many Claras.
And then...
Or Martha's cousin.
And then we see Fletcher, the butler, who's been here this whole time, and we talk about him every once in a while, and the Cyberman is like,
he's the one who ordered Graham to shit.
I don't like old man, and then like throws him into a wall and he dies.
Yeah, he does die. I was like, oh, well, he doesn't die because he was a real person. But
poor people do not deserve to live.
He did die in this scene, so the world is forever changed because nothing is more important than one ordinary man.
Right. Nothing.
But what's more important than one ordinary man?
Lord Byron.
One famous man.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll come back to that later. So,
and then it goes to, here's a baby crying, and it wants to go see if the baby is the guardian. It's like,
yeah, I love this where he's like, baby noise, perhaps baby is guardian. I don't know. I'll try anything at this point.
We see the French maid, Jodie's sister, hiding in the box with the baby. And then the Cyberman comes up and he puts his hand in the box and just snaps her neck and she dies. And then he picks up the baby and he says, "Baby,
do not be afraid, little one. You will be baby. Like us."
But it doesn't kill the baby. It doesn't snap the baby.
No, it doesn't kill the baby. So this is important because the Cyberman appears to have some kind of empathy and care for baby. Baby. This is a very stupid moment where Yaz is like, I gotta get some points on the board. I haven't done shit this week.
I gotta pass the Yaz test.
Yaz is like, I have a cool idea. The doctor told us not to follow her, but she didn't say that we had to stay in this room. Is like, why are you finding, like, she... Just leave the room.
Let's all split up and become Cybermen. I want to be like that. I want to consent to this.
It's not like later the doctor's going to be like, I told you to and Yaz will be like, technically you did. And the doctor will be like, okay, you got me.
If you consent to becoming a Cyberman, does that mean you're not a Cyberman by the doctor's test, by the doctor's definition?
Yeah, you're a Guyber man.
You're just a robot. Yeah. Okay, so then we finally get into Lord Byron's room. And this is the skeleton room, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they exposit at each other. And
this is where we see that he has half of a visible human face.
We can see his face, and then she asks if they got bored doing the sawing and organ extraction. They forgot to do the part where they take his face out, which we know they do.
Yeah, and then he goes, "I'm complete enough to do this," and he tries to shoot her, but his gun sputters and a little flag pops out.
I'm so scared of this Cyberman
his Acme Cyberman gun.
I'm so scared right now.
But yeah, there's this thing here where she's like, haha, you haven't been emotionally inhibited like the Cybermen are supposed to be. And he's like, he basically is like, whatever, I don't care.
And then she says,
I don't know what she thought she was going to get out of that, because a Cyberman who has been emotionally inhibited would think that it's good that it happened. But a Cyberman who hasn't isn't going to be like, I know, I'm so pissed off that they haven't broke my brain yet.
I can't believe this. And then she says that she might be the Guardian, so maybe they gotta work together to figure this out.
The Cyberman punches its arm through the wall, and we'll come back to that. Mary, Yaz, Ryan, and Byron find a creepy room with writing all over the walls, and we find out that this is just some spare room that no one is supposed to be using.
Wow.
But Mary recognizes the
glyphs.
The glyphs. You love glyphs. I
love glyphs. I'm a big fan of glyphs. This week. I looked at the wall and I instantly understood an episode of The Simpsons.
This is what's cool, though, is that Mary looks at the glyphs that are all over the walls.
These are like Percy's glyphs.
That's Percy's handwriting.
These alien glyphs just look just like Percy's.
If these glyphs were letters, they would be his.
I can see the unique serif on that glyph. Only Percy writes like that. And then...
Or is it's just like glyphs, like weird, like demonic Satan pit text, and then in the corner it's like,
love Percy.
Heart.
And then cellar? Something about a cellar? Did they go down to the cellar? What were they doing down
Graham
there?
says, I don't want to go in the basement. But Claire's but there might be a way out through the coal hatch.
Clue.
And anyone who has seen Horror of Fang Rock knows all about coal hatches.
I was just going to say this is an intentional throwback.
Because there was a 10-minute scene of someone loading a fucking boiler up with coal.
What a great episode. And then, and honking his horn for like 20 minutes for the whole episode.
Patreon.com/pottingbros. This is we go back to the Cyberman who has punched through the wall, and it turns out that it was an on-purpose punch through wall to get struck by lightning, to charge up body, to have gun again.
And does it ever use gun?
No.
It's like, I am capable of using gun, but I will not. Don't worry. It's okay.
I mean, this is a classic, like, writing thing in, like, I don't know. It's just, you can't have your characters getting hurt, so you write in a reason that they won't get hurt, like the Cyberman's gun doesn't work.
And then they
but
forget.
You also want there to be stakes, so you're like, well, now the Cyberman's gun does work, but they still can't get hurt, so now the Cyberman just has to not shoot anybody.
I like the part where the Cyberman said, locked and loaded. And then it says that the Siberia has selected, the Siberium has selected a new host.
And the Doctor has no idea what that is. This is the first that she's ever heard of Siberium.
I liked the part, I thought it was really cool when the Cyberman said, the Siberium is in the backpack.
Now, here's a stupid moment that I don't know what the point of it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Cyberman goes, there's not one atom of yon earth but once was living man. And Mary hears the Cyberman talking and is like, that's Percy's writing, for a moment.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
I thought that the Cyberman was Percy bitch Shelley. But he's not.
It's all just yapping.
So there was actually no reason for the Cyberman to say that.
He's just a fan.
He's just a fan. Having seen the entire episode, I don't know why that happened.
I think it's because there's some kind of link because of the Siberium, and it's like they're connected or something.
What does that do?
Or maybe it doesn't know who the Guardian is. That's right. So yeah, it must be some kind of. It's just to get you thinking. I guess it's just to get you. It's just. I also didn't know that they had atoms in 1818 or whatever year it was.
No, they didn't invent them until the 50s. 1850s.
So, yeah.
Plum pudding. Things of that nature.
Yeah. So then Percy Bitch Shelley... Oh, and then they go into the basement and Percy Bitch Shelling is down there.
Yeah, he's on the floor and he's like, I'm the Guardian. Sorry. So the Cyberman says, by the way, if you're confused about how like characters throughout this episode have been having conversations with other characters who you didn't think were in the room with them, this is my same fucking problem. I'm sorry, Jordan, but this is a problem that I had with 42. It's not the whole problem.
They all can talk throughout the house. But that one's like they have like intercoms and stuff, and in this one they just are able to talk through the walls because there's like a hole.
In this episode, just everyone is talking to each other from every room all the time.
Because the writing is just kind of bad in this one.
And the Cyberman is like, Percy has fortified the house against me. The Doctor just runs away.
Yeah.
Bye.
She doesn't want to get shot by the gun.
And she finds a little bundle on the floor, and it's William, and he's alive and well.
But the maid and the butler are dead because their lives don't matter because they're not, like, historical.
Oh well. So the Doctor... Oh yeah, they all sort of regroup, and the Doctor learns that Percy is alive, but Fletcher and Elise are dead.
Yeah, this is when the Doctor basically says time-traveling show is allowed to have stakes now. Because
I love this. Yeah. The Doctor is just like, this is one of those episodes where anything can happen.
Anything can happen except... Yeah.
Because Fletcher is a historical figure who is on record, and he didn't die here on this night, so something... This is a vulnerable moment or something.
So, like, if she just goes down to the basement and finds Percy being shelling down there and says, what's the Siberium? And then, am I reading your notes correct that teleportation happens?
Yeah, the Cyberman teleports into the basement, and then Percy, like, does psychic abilities and goes, huh? And teleports the Cyberman into the room with the writing on the wall, psychically, magically.
Right, he has powers over the house.
Yes, he says, I've been the one controlling the house, mostly.
And then
but
the
Cyberman has its own room, which I have no idea what that means.
And then the doctor touch him head, and she...
Or wait,
yeah.
Sorry, maybe he said the Cyberium has its own room.
Well, she touch him head to figure out what happens. Which
she mind melds with him.
He saw a shiny object. He has that magpie urge.
Yes, so Percy, a few days ago, was walking by the lake. He saw some glittery gloop in the water. He reached in and pulled it out. It was a little bit of metallic liquid that absorbed into his skin.
Schlorp. And
now he's a cyber guy, and he's fucking lawnmower man, and he can control the house with his brain.
Is it a correct reference to say that he's what's the show, Chuck? Is he Chuck from Chuck?
He did get chucked. He got cyber chucked.
He got chucked. Just like Kyle,
because he has the fucking cyber intersect.
He's got the File
head.
XY in his brain, like from the hit show that we watched.
Yeah, he's like, the doctor is like, you absorbed all knowledge that Cybermen will ever have.
Okay, here's my question, Doctor, if that is your real name. When did you understand what the Cyberium was? Was it when she saw that it was a shiny liquid?
Well, she's mind melding with him, and the Cyberium is in his brain, so she has that context as well.
Yeah, she's getting a contact high from
this. Is where we find out that the Cyberium, trying to protect itself, is what created the perception filter. He has been made invisible to everyone in the house. He was the one. He was trying to talk to Elise. She couldn't hear him or see him. He throws the vase at the wall. He sees a painting. He doesn't like it. He knocks it onto the floor, I guess.
I hate this painting. And then he's...
Boo!
Yeah.
He's the silhouette in the doorways when the lightning strikes. He's pleading for people to see him. That's what the hell was going on there. It was Percy.
It was Percy beshelling all the time. And then I don't understand... Did, like, the Cybermen all go away and then condense themselves into an orb? Like a goo?
I don't know, but...
Yeah. I guess this
also he wrote all the glyphs on the wall because that was like all the knowledge of the Cybermen in his head, and he thought that maybe he could get it out if he wrote it down on the walls. It's exactly what happened to Kyle XY and Kyle XY.
He was doing little crayon drawings.
Do you remember? No, not the crayon drawings. There was a scene in Kyle XY where he had the Zizix computer in his brain, and he goes into a room and he's trying to write it all on the walls. Yeah. That literally happened.
And then
this is a ripoff of Kyle XY.
And then he filtered all the alcohol out of his liver one time with a big very powerful. Love you, Kyle.
Anyway, that did happen. The doctor says the Cyberium contains the future history and knowledge of all Cybermen that will ever be.
Why is that a thing that... I just don't understand why that's a thing that exists, and I don't understand why Jack warned us about the lone Cyberman.
And then she says, it's clever. Ding. Very clever.
Ding!
Someone unknown stole the Cyberium from the Cybermen. It is like a liquid supercomputer, and sent it back in time to try to change the future. I'm not really sure.
And then they did the only logical thing which you do with it, which is put it in a lake.
Well, they dropped it.
Uh-huh.
They spilled it. Uh-huh. I mean, we don't know how much Cyberium there is. Maybe there's like a whole pitcher of it, and just a little glorp dropped into the lake. I don't know. Do you like the idea that they would be stealing it in a pitcher? Just an open pitcher.
It reminds me of that beautiful scene in The Android Invasion with the, like, super powerful poison that kills you, and it's just in a little cup. Don't worry about it.
It was Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane.
Mm-hmm. And there
I don't remember the cup of poison. I kind of remember that episode, but...
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Patreon.com/potting bros.
It's like poison that kills all life on Earth, and they have it in a little
my god, yes, I do. Yep.
And then he drinks it.
Yep. Okay, so anyway, Patreon. So... The Percy,
right.
This is fucking stupid.
This is the knowledge required to make, like, the scariest thing in the world. Nothing, you know what's scarier than one lone Cyberman is 1 billion lone Cybermen.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that this is what leads into Flux.
No, the thing that leads into the Flux is clearly the Ravagers declaring war on the planet called Time, the war between time and space.
That's all happening at the same time in Maury. But this is what happens with the Cybermen in Flux, I think.
So is there, like, a Dalek version of this, too, that's inside of, like, William Shakespeare's brain or something?
Sure. This is the part that I think more, there's been a lot of stuff in this episode that I have been not interested in. This is the first thing where I was really like, this is stupid and doesn't work.
And then
here's what it is. So the Cyberman is still trying to... we don't see it, but it's implied that he's like trying to teleport into the room with them, and Percy is just teleporting him away a bunch of times. I'm assuming that's what's happening. But the doctor says we should stop fighting the Cyberman because it's the only thing that knows how to get that Cyberium out of your brain. And now they start arguing because Yaz is like, no, Jack Harkness warned us if the Cyberman gets the Cyberium, it'll create billions of Cybermen.
That's the scariest thing that could possibly exist.
And Ryan says, well, it's his life against billions. And the doctor says, are you sure? Because he's a writer, which is the most important thing that you can be.
They mantled David Benioff and D.B. Weiss in this scene, where she's like, what's the most powerful thing in the world, Graham and Ryan? It's stories!
If the guy who wrote that thing that I don't know what it is, I actually don't know what he is known for.
He wrote Ozymandias, and he wrote...
Okay, that's fine. Did he already write it, though? Because this is another thing. Is we know that this is 1816. He's gonna die in 6 years.
Who has a better story than Percy Bysshe Shelley?
So anyway, so she is like...
This part made me so angry, because...
If Percy Shelley dies here today, the future will be so different that none of you will ever be born.
I don't know if that's true, but okay.
And now this is what I don't get, is we are framing this as... it is an option of relinquish the Cyberium, allow the Cyberman to build an army of Cybermen,
possibly cause
and
floods.
then it'll kill everybody.
Or a guy who wrote some influential poems.
Save Percy Shelley somehow through unknown means, and then send the Cyberman away somehow through unknown means. Basically what I'm getting at is there's no option where the Cyberman leaves without the Cyberium.
Couldn't they have just, like, ducked or held up a silver platter when he shot his laser at them?
It's not they don't have one in this room.
This part, like, made me so
Fletcher got bone dust on it, and it's not reflective anymore.
It's the part where they're, like, arguing with the doctor, and then the doctor is like, I have to remind you all that I'm the doctor, and I'm the cool... This is like they had Stephen Moffat guest write this line, where she's like flaunting her superiority over her friends and companions. It annoyed me so bad.
This team structure isn't flat. It's a mountain with me alone in the stratosphere, left to choose. Save the poet, save the universe. Sometimes even I can't win.
Oh, lost it at the end there. That's okay. Yeah, I was so irritated. Like, I get it, you're the doctor, but also when they're like, you can't let billions of Cybermen become existing, that seems like it's gonna change history way more than Percy Bysshe Shelley dying. And she's like, I'm God!
Yeah, they haven't laid out what these choices are, because it doesn't seem like there's any choice here.
And then the Cyberman...
The choice, as far as I can tell, is basically, do we try in vain to protect Percy, or do we just let the Cyberman... like, either way, the Cyberman's getting that fucking Cyberium. You have no way out.
I just don't believe the premise of the show that option A is somehow less important than option B. But the doctor is telling us that, and then she tells us that she's basically God.
You know what they could do?
God. She's you
know what they could do?
Prometheus, yeah.
Here's what they do. They let him die. Oh no. But we somehow stop the Cyberman. We'll figure that part out later. I have no idea how they think they're going to do that. But now Percy Shelley is dead, and he won't be alive to write...
Well, Graham, all they need to do... He wrote Ozymandias, and he wrote the one that's like the Prometheus, the Prometheus story. Something about I don't know poetry very much. I don't know writers. I'm sorry.
He won't...
Why doesn't she just leave Graham?
Okay, hey, you know what? He actually did write a lot of very famous stuff after this. But anyway, that's my point,
Constitution.
Though, okay? Is just do it from memory. Just hand it to Lord Byron and be like, I need you to publish this under Percy's name.
No.
I have them all dated for when they're going to be published.
Sam, Graham
Here's a mannequin that you can put on a boat when it sinks.
I got it. Graham has to take one for the team again. He's got to stay behind.
You got to stay behind to get Percy'd.
He has to become Percy. And he has to...
But he's like, oh no. But But you know that my grandmother hated nothing more than Percy Bysshe Shelley.
She had a shirt. She had a shirt that said, "I hate Percy Bysshe Shelley." And you had to take one for the team. I'm so sorry, Graham.
And that's why he's not in Series 13.
She's like, there's two things I feel so strongly about. I hate James F. Blake and I hate Percy Bysshe Shelley so much. And poor Graham. Poor Graham. That poor guy, he just has to become the person that his wife hates so much. Oh, poor guy. But anyway, that doesn't happen. They give the Cyberman the Cyberium.
So the Cyberman appears, and remember how they had no choice already? The Cyberman reveals that they have even less choice than we already thought they did, because the Cyberman shows up and he basically is like, the Cyberium will only leave your brain by killing you.
And then the doctor does a crazy thing here. Oh, well, first of all, sorry,
Mary has to write Frankenstein.
Yeah, she looks at him and she says, "Wow, just like Frankenstein, my famous book."
She says, What is your name? Or names? Are you several men? A composite
and then he's
of parts?
Like, no.
And he's like, no.
No, wrong.
Oh, okay, well, I thought you were. Anyway, that gives me an idea. That's not important right now. I can see a soul in there because you spared my son.
Wrong.
Were you a father before? And he's like, yes. And she says, it doesn't have to be this way. They hurt you. This modern Prometheus. And she reaches for his hand, and he says, my name was Ashad, and the only reason I spared your son is because he's a useless runt. And do you know how I had children? I killed them.
Dang, that's so fucked up. Wow.
He says he killed his children for joining the resistance. So I assume that this is going to be expanded upon in whatever Cybermen war storyline is coming up.
Yeah.
So then the doctor says, I know what to do. And she mind melds with Percy again.
Okay, so here's how this works. This is so stupid. I hate this. This is so dumb. I hate this. I also hate the Doctor's power. I think it's really dumb.
This is also really only written to make sense if you know how Percy Shelley died.
Right. I'm assuming he, drowned or something.
Yes, he drowned in a boating accident.
Oops, I wouldn't go on a boat. So the Cyberium will only leave his head if he dies. So she mind melts with him, and then she shows him his famous death when he drowned in a boat, so that he thinks he died.
But we just see, a hand floating in water.
I think the implication is that he drowned. Either way, she showed...
No, I get that. I'm just saying, I had to look that up, because I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting from this.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about Graham's wife's shirt that says I
do also want to say that the doctor being able to show him this vision implies that she's seen it, which means that she was in the water watching.
She killed him to make this happen.
You know, the doctor's gone on a lot of, she watched the Titanic sink, she watched JFK get assassinated. She's just gone and watched a lot of famous people die.
It's her kink?
Kind of her twisted, sick obsession.
And so now Percy Bysshe Shelley, thinks he's dead, and then the Cyberium pops out of his brain, and then...
Which, okay, that, by the way, that is so fucking stupid, because I would have assumed that what the Cyberman was saying is, the process of removing the Cyberium will destroy your brain. But the Cyberium in this moment goes, oh, he's already dead. I guess I don't have to kill him. Cyberium literally kills you on its way out just as a fuck you.
And then...
already dead, no point.
And then... then the Cyberium gets sucked into the Doctor. Because there's only... How can we make her more special and important? Well, also, she has all the cyber knowledge in her body.
Yeah, so I guess because she has a big brain... Oh, no.
She's fine.
When the Cyberium leaves him, the house, goes back to normal. That's right. But then she absorbs it instead. They might as well do all right, we'll let the Cyberium choose. Come here.
It's like the end of Air Bud. We'll let the Cyberium choose who gets to keep it.
So the Cyberium chooses the Doctor, and she says, I'm the host now, I'm really cool. And then Ashad says, okay, fine, then I'm going to have my ship blow up the planet. And this is where Yaz is like, haha, you're bluffing, because I was born after this, and I wouldn't be here if the planet was destroyed in 1816.
I'm going to come back with 10 billion.
No, this is one of those episodes where there's stakes. And Yaz goes, no. So now, remember how there was a very important, allegedly, thing about how the Cyberium will kill you when it's extracted.
Yeah.
The doctor just says, okay, you can have it.
So she gives it to the Cyberman.
Yeah, so whatever that was about how it has to kill its host was literally just not true.
So they're just gonna basically the doctor saying, we'll just let the Cybermen have their computer.
Yes, and the moment that the Cyberman sucks it up and disappears, the clouds clear, Percy wakes up, this is where the doctor's like, sorry, I had to trick you into thinking you were dead, sorry. And then she says, okay, so step 1 was get the Cyberman out of here, step 2 is clean up the mess. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but it'll be Flux probably. She sends some of the others to transcribe the glyphs from the cyber room.
They're not just glyphs, Sam. They're coordinates.
Oh, was that a thing?
Yeah. And then,
I totally missed that.
The next day, Claire says, to Lord Byron, because that's her crush, remember, that's the beat. That's like
this is so fucking unnecessary. Yeah. I don't care about this at all.
I learned that I don't even like you that much.
Because you showed your true colors when you were hitting on the doctor and also, trying to use me as a human shield.
Also you hid behind me. That was very cowardly. And then
Polidori opens his mouth to say something but doesn't. I'm sure that anyone who knows anything about these people is like, wow, that's a rich character moment for him.
He doesn't say a thing. And then Percy Bysshe Shelley's like, wow, I guess I've got to live every moment, love every day, because I've only got a couple years left before I. Which by the way, you think that maybe if I was Percy Bysshe Shelley, I would probably start staying away from boats because this is an entirely avoidable cause of death. It's not like
he's like, well, it sucks to know I'm gonna die in 6 years. And the doctor's like, well, every day is precious, but you are gonna have to get on that boat, and Graham is gonna be steering.
Maybe that's why the doctor was there.
Graham is gonna be drilling holes in the boat.
This is why the doctor
while crying.
This is why the doctor saw it or perceived it, is because she had to. This is on her chore list now. She has to go back in time to make sure that Percy Bysshe, she has to put him on a boat and drown him.
Right, because if he writes too many good poems, then who knows what'll happen.
She goes back and she looks at Wikipedia and it's Percy Bysshe Shelley died at the age of 89. She's like, nope, that won't fly. And he said, he went on record, I never went on...
Not on my watch.
Never went on a boat. Graham, we're going to drown Percy Bysshe Shelley right before... and he's like, cool, I love that.
So, yeah, they, okay, now they're walking back to the TARDIS. Also, Ryan is like, you should keep up the writing thing, Mary. I think it'll pay off. This is a weird episode in terms of, I guess we don't need it every fucking week, but it is weird that there's not really ever a single moment in the whole thing where the people are like, are you,
time travelers?
Aliens?
Yeah, what's your deal?
What is up with you? It just never comes up. So, this is the punchline from earlier that I alluded to, where Graham is like, oh, yeah. So, Doctor, what did the maid and the little girl have to do with the Cyberman? And they're like, what maid and what little girl? And Graham's like, okay, good one. No, Doctor, this is where you explain why that happened. And she's like, I don't know, maybe they were ghosts. I don't know.
What about the skeleton hand? Did they explain that one?
Oh, I don't know.
Why was there a skeleton
I forgot about that
around?
part.
And why were there bones in the baby's
Was that
crib?
also perception filter?
Was that perception filter? Was that ghost? Because that was, everyone was seeing those things.
I don't know. I don't really care. The episode's almost over anyway.
Oh, and then the doctor says, I'll take you back to 2020 because dying of COVID is better than dying in a cyber war.
And then they say, no, we want to die in the cyber war. And yes, says I won't, but Ryan and Graham say we
Ryan and Graham are definitely going to die in the cyber war.
Then the episode ends with Byron reading some poetry that probably ties in with the themes of the episode.
Byron reads doctor-themed poetry, I guess. And then the episode ends.
Next time, Cyber Wars. What did you think?
No, I didn't like it. It was a bad episode, and I didn't enjoy watching it.
I think that there were things about it that probably would have worked if I was in the mood. Maybe this is going to be another Robot of Sherwood situation where I'll rewatch later.
And we're going to say it's a great episode and we'll have to update our ranking. I'm sorry if this is your favorite episode of Doctor Who, listener. I didn't like it very much.
I feel like nobody can possibly be upset about me not liking it because I've made it very clear that I just didn't want to watch Doctor Who.
Well,
they can be mad at you for not liking it.
Yeah, I was not to say I was dang, I'm so excited to watch this episode of Doctor Who, but I was ready. I came in with an open mind and I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I give it this is so hard because every time we go a little while, I'm gonna give you you rated it lower than the Snowman. So I'm gonna give it I'm going to cautiously give it a C-. It's my sort of milquetoast answer of what I think of this episode.
I'm going to grade it on a curve of trying to imagine how I would have felt if I did want to watch Doctor Who even a little bit.
Best episode we've ever seen.
I'm going to say that this was a C+.
Okay.
There's stuff about it that worked. The spooky parts were spooky.
I just don't feel like the whole Frankenstein writing adventure, I don't feel like any of those characters actually really had any bearing on, like, the plot.
No, and I also was really bored with them even being part of it at all.
Like, it was not really about them. It was almost like secondary to the entire story that they were there. Like, they could have set this in any building with any people in the world.
But there were things that worked, which is more than I can say for some other episodes. So I'll give it a C+. This is time for our hit segment, Je suis Jodie, where as we have been throughout the episode.
I was gonna say, she's the one doctor that we felt very confident on this whole time, just doing our best to do her voice. But Sam, what's our key phrase?
This week's key phrase is, his thoughts, his words, inspire and influence thousands for centuries. Words matter.
Oh, it's the who has a better story than Brand the Broken.
Yeah, I did trim down that speech quite a bit.
Who's going first?
I'll go first. His thoughts, his words, inspire and influence thousands for centuries. Words matter.
That was pretty good. I think it was the way you said inspire and influence that really got the Jodie articulation. The Jodie,
thank you.
Sorry. Jodie articulation. His thoughts, his words, inspire and influence thousands for centuries. Words matter.
That's pretty good. Can I say, I have been looking at the front page of Wikipedia this whole time, and I just caught a glimpse of something that has been driving me absolutely loony.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read you a little bit.
Uh-huh.
This is from today's featured article.
Yeah.
I'm going to read you the end of it, and I would love to see if you can guess what it's about.
Okay.
It is one of the most favorably rated brands among Generation Z Americans, and in France, it features prominently in rap music.
Taco Bell.
Capri Sun is a brand of juice concentrate-based drinks manufactured by the German company Wild and regional licensees.
Okay.
Why is the Capri Sun...
You said in France?
In France, the Capri Sun is huge.
It's kind of the Faygo of the French juggalos. The juggalo of French.
Maybe.
Sam, we have to hand out our awards. We have to hand out our... First of all, did Yaz pass the Yaz test this week?
No, I don't think she did anything.
She talked about her feelings, and then she tried to split up the adventuring party for no reason so they could all get killed by Cyberman.
Yeah, Yaz didn't do anything.
Let's see. Are there any... There was no killing. There's no epic killing.
I mean,
nobody got
Fletcher and Elise died.
Yeah, but
we're not
I'm not giving
the Cyberman
a shot. Yeah, I'm not going to give the villain the Leela Cross. That's not how that works. Is there any fucker's folly? I feel like there was a lot of fucker's folly this week. I feel like Yaz got fucker's folly when she's like, "We could stay in here," or
no gold stars.
No gold stars. I'm going to give Yaz the fucker's
stunts.
I'm going to give Yaz the. I don't remember what the fucker's folly award was even called.
The Ian Chesterton Memorial Award for fucker's folly.
She definitely gets that.
Ian Chesterton's actor did pass away very recently,
that
so
is
I do
really
feel
sad.
a little bit weird about that.
Condolences. I mean, it's not his fault that his character climbed into that box of matches.
He
it's not
did climb into a box.
It's not like it was his idea. The writers did.
We don't know that. Maybe it was.
It was improvisational. They just rolled with it. What else do we have?
Prop.
Did anyone get a medal with Mickey? Did anyone wipe out in a comical fashion? Anyone gets their foot stuck in a toilet?
No.
Yeah.
Graham shit his pants, but that was off screen, and they never said that it happened.
Are we missing any others? Oh, did anyone get a Sarah Jane Initiative Award? No, not at all. Did the doctor get her medical license revoked?
No.
I think showing a man the manner of his own death is dubious at best.
It's not the best bedside manner, I'll say.
I will give the doctor a very special one-time only award of 27 Emmys for telling the listeners that the most important thing in the world is
being written by David Benioff and D.B. Weiss for once.
Because there's nothing more important in this entire universe than the power of writing and words and stories.
That is true.
Congratulations on the Emmys, Doctor. Okay, those are our awards. I don't think anyone got any award except for the Ian Chesterton Award of Fucker's Folly for Yaz. Sam, which Doctor, though?
And for everyone else. So, it's time for Which Doctor. Now, Jordan, there's an interesting thing here.
It's the fact that our odds of getting Shurigatwa have now risen beyond our odds of getting Christopher Eccleston, because they've made more episodes of the show, and they've actually deleted episodes of the Ninth Doctor series from existence. Can't watch
There
it anymore.
are 8 episodes of Eccleston in the pool and 9 episodes of Gatwa in the pool.
It's so scary.
I mean, there was always going to be a point where those odds flipped.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird that we're there.
It's also weird that, like, it could happen.
It could happen. We could roll it right now.
We could roll that one.
3% chance.
We could roll that one I really like. Oh wait, which Doctor?
And he has a Christmas special, so we'll get that one.
Oh my god, I don't want to watch that one. Sam, which Christmas special do you want to watch next week? Will you be in the mood, or are you gonna not be in the mood?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little bit torn. I could get down with a Matt Smith. I could get down with a Peter Capaldi.
House of the Dragon is airing again, which means I'm, like, happier than I've ever been in my life. The show rules. So I think I gotta take myself down a peg, and I think I want just a really bad Matt Smith episode. Like a terrible... You want some
River Song bullshit.
No, River Song can be fine sometimes. I want some Matt
No, I'm
Smith
saying you want some River Song bullshit.
I want 11th Doctor and Clara, my least favorite pairing of companion and Doctor, because I really like Matt Smith on House of the Dragon.
You want the hybrid.
I want the hybrid, and I want to hate everything about it. I want to feel bad. I want to feel something. I want to be angry. Which Doctor?
I'm gonna say I would like Capaldi and Clara.
That's a good pairing. I like them. That's the hybrid. Go.
I do want to say I feel like we're not ready for Gatwa.
We're not ready for Gatwa, but anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Here we go. It's Capaldi. Ooh. Okay. It's
wait a minute.
Series 9, Episode 1, The Magician's Apprentice. Now, Jordan.
I feel like I've heard of this one.
This is the episode after Last Christmas.
Oh my god.
So I think that we might find out if he is indeed still in a head dream.
We get to find out if the whole show was all but a dream.
Let's see. Is it good?
Deception.
It's alright.
What's the... Well, IGN gave it a 9.4.
Oh, I just saw something I shouldn't have seen.
Uh-oh. What? Oh, no.
Nope.
No. Are we aborting? Fallout?
You'll find out next time.
Okay.
You'll find out when you watch the episode.
I'll do everything in my power to not go to Wikipedia and see what you said.
I'll post it in the Discord and spoiler tags, and you're not allowed to click it.
Okay.
This is gonna be a hell of an episode.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, Steven, you've done it.
Steven, no, what's Steven? It's a Steven? Is it a Steven this week?
It's a Steven. No, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
Okay.
You're gonna like it. I like it.
Okay,
I like what I saw.
Okay. Doctor Who's back. Oh, man.
Speaking of Doctor Who being back, patreon.com/pottingbros, where $1 a month gets you all of our bonus content, including, we finally found the time to do it, we finished Terminus.
Oh my god. What's going on with this show, man?
What do you mean?
Everything's Turlo grabbing onto pipes and cuddling the pipes and kissing the pipes.
He did cuddle a metal bar.
He was in jail all the time. We didn't talk about Turlo this month.
Yeah, if you listen to our Patreon episodes, you'll get to hear us talk about Vizsla Turlo and the part where he is cradling a metal pipe and goes, "Could you ever murder someone in cold blood?"
Vizsla Turlo is sort of our new patron. We claimed him. We're taking him away from the Tumblr people, and he's our guy now.
They don't understand how funny he is.
They don't understand the bumbling sicko archetype like we do.
Anyway, you get that for $1 a month. I don't remember what we're doing next time. I think it's a Tom Baker.
Mm-hmm, it's always a Tom Baker.
$5 gets you a pretty special Discord role marking you as a companion of the show. You get a shout out in the podcast, and you can send us a message that we'll read in one of our funny voices.
We'll read them. We've got all of our voices from our other podcast that we'll have to remember how to do. Josh voice, Kyle voice, Jesse voice, whatever.
Here's a free preview.
Oh, I hate that one so much.
It's your voice.
I know, but it's been so long. I don't think about it very often, so whenever I'm reminded of that awful voice, that sickening Kefka
$10 gets you an incredibly special Discord remarking you as an honorary member of House
The most important thing you can possibly be.
You can listen to the podcast live while we record it, and we will clap for you when we shout you out. Thank you to our $5 and $10 subscribers. Caroline Siebert, Cassidy, Faustian Bargain Bin, Helga K, JCH Roy, Stephanie Bolding, Stephanie Karen, Violet Magician, and House Me Souza, Destry Hawk, H. Cave, Sauceworks, and Vertebrae!
Thank you! Especially our House Me Souza donors.
Yay! But we thank all of you.
No,
that's literally what I was just doing.
Yay! But I'm clapping for them. Sam, what are the Noise Space Network? Noise Spacing? Noising Space?
Yeah.
Frankenstein?
What?
Do we have a...
Oh,
we also have a Tumblr, drhaw.tumblr.com. You can send us asks on there. I didn't check.
Has anyone gotten mad at us lately?
Nobody... I'm gonna put this episode up. I'm gonna make a funny joke about Percy Bysshe Shelley, and I'm gonna get an ask saying I was insulting their favorite poet. Let me just quickly check to see if we have any questions. We don't, but if you do, you can send it to our ask box and we'll answer it on the show.
You can also send them to the better website of cohost.org/drh/ask. I'm on co-host at Positive Stress. You can listen to my other podcast, Sounds About Light, which, much like this one, we have not been able to record for a while, so I don't remember where we were in Kingdom Hearts 3.
You can find me on Tumblr on the funny hell site that everyone likes on kiwamibreakfast.tumblr.com. And we're also on the Noise Space Network. It's a network of podcasts that you can listen to with your ears. And there's shows like... Sam, what shows are? Because I can't think of any right now.
Forward, ReZero.
ReZero Season 3 coming eventually.
Coming soon.
And Pot of Greed about Yu-Gi-Oh! And check out Wow Cool Robot, which is about Gundam.
And check out this guy about checking out this guy.
Toby Gundam. It's about Toby
Gundam?
The theme song from Gundam, the original Gundam, is called Tobe Gundam, like Fly Gundam. Oh, yeah, okay, it's a little Gundam joke for the fans. But thank you all very much for listening. Sam, we need to bring this show back to its religious roots. Can you please recite the famous doctor's prayer that they recited at all the fan conventions?
May your life flow like a river. May your days smell sweet as a rose. May your nights be calm and still as a pond. May you be as lucky as an ace in a game of blackjack.
Harkness.
Who is relevant to Flux. May Bill bowl a hole-in-one. May Clara be...
that one's getting added back in.
A leaf.
Oh.
Or something.
She came into this world on a leaf.
May the 13th Doctor read poetry.
Yeah?
May Jack Harkness
oh my gosh.
meet Alonzo and do sex together.
Well, the doctor frowns, makes sad face.
May the Doctor watch you die.
No.
Eventually. And
also,
may the Doctor frown.
No, stop.
At you.
End it.
On his tour.
No. End it.
And may the Doctor light your path through time.
I'm gonna throw up. Excelsior! Doctor, bye!
Doctor, bye!